Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Cherika Brown, of course. We're on another episode of Cherika Be Talking because I be talking. I just wanted to pop in real quick and get y'all a quick Cherika B before I go to the gym. And I was just scrolling on TikTok. I don't really doom scroll. I don't like to stay on social media too long. I give myself a little 3-4 scrolls, and then after a minute, I have to get off. But sometimes when I'm scrolling a little more, it's because I want to find a topic to talk about. And today I found it pretty quick. So I was seeing a nurse, he was on TikTok, and he basically talked about how a 29-year-old girl came into his office and she had cold sores in her mouth or something, or she had flu-like symptoms. And because she had flu-like symptoms, they wanted to test her and everything. Come to find out, she had HIV. And then this particular girl was married, and she's been married for 3 years, and she thought she was in what was a monogamous relationship. So they brought in her partner or whatever, tested him, and yeah, HIV. So all in all, he was the one that gave her this particular disease. So what I want to talk about today, and what we're going to be talking about today on this Cherika Be Talking, is if you have somebody that you can trust, you are very blessed. And no matter what y'all are going through, try to work things out. We're living in very scary times where people that are married aren't even safe, guys. So people think the point of marriage is so that you can have one partner and you can be off the streets and you're not out here, engaging in activities with single people, getting single people diseases. You would think it would be. And, just having your life altered off of decision that you did not make and off the trust that you built with someone that was not worthy of your trust. I think we underestimate the importance and the rarity it is of actually fully trusting a person, like being able to rest in a person and knowing that someone won't do you wrong. And sometimes, a lot of times, we do misjudge it, because even personally, when getting in a relationship, how I see a person in the beginning may not be how I view the person at the end of the relationship once they start showing their true colors. Like, you may see a person and you may feel like, oh, I can tell this person everything. Like most people, when you get into an intimate relationship or just a relational relationship, you feel like, wow, this person is my other half. This person is my best friend. And this person cares about me on a next level, like not more than God cares about me, but this person is special to my heart because I can tell that this person loves me with all of their heart. And somewhere along the line, everybody is in human nature to get complacent in relationships, but it's something about being able to truly trust the person that even complacency won't allow a person that truly loves you and that holds the trust that you have to them at a high regard. They wouldn't do things that will hurt you or harm you. When I think of someone that loves you and someone that you can fully, completely trust, I think of somebody that even if they have a bad thought in their mind to do something at you or towards you, it hurts them to hurt you. And that's the type of person you want to trust. You want to trust somebody where you know for a fact, like, it will hurt this man to hurt me. It will hurt this woman to hurt me. Like, if she know that if my actions will make my person cry or make my person depressed or upset or even mad or anything, I'm not going to do it. And if you don't have that type of person, you don't have a person that you can full on trust. And you have to be aware and you have to be safe and you got to protect yourself even in a marriage. I want us to all start working on just being trustworthy people, because I think it's in our society where people are just not trustworthy anymore and we don't hold it to a high regard and a high standard. I was even watching the little one of the little dating shows, and most people, like, they're 30 and up, like my age, and people will say, what do you expect in a partner? What are the qualities you look for in a partner? And people say honesty, trustworthiness. Like, people throw it around so casually, and I can tell based on the person who's listening for what someone looks for in a relationship, when they say someone trustworthy and honest, that they don't even hold that at a high regard. They're just like, yeah, it's like another tune, like blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody say the same thing. And I would expect people sometimes with like older, more experienced to say like deeper words or just things that already like include trustworthiness and honesty, like just good character. You would think that comes with it, but you actually have to spell those things out because people really don't tell the truth. And believe it or not, it actually was a guy on the Pop the Balloon show that popped his balloon when someone said they like someone that's trustworthy and that tells the truth. And then when they went over to him and they was like, well, why did you pop your balloon? And then he was like, well, she looks good, but she says she needs somebody trustworthy or somebody that tells the truth. And I be lying sometimes. Everybody like, oh my God. And I think everybody, oh my God, wasn't to the point that he lies, because everybody tells a little white lie every now and then. But the fact that he was admitting to being a liar was like, oh my God, why you do that? But it's like, at least he told the truth. Like, he told the truth. Even though he be lying, he told that truth. And that truth is important because I think a woman deserves that type of like raw honesty from a man. A lot of time men don't tell women the truth because they feel like, oh, it'll hurt her feelings, it'll do this, it'll do that. I always tell people I would rather know the truth even if it will hurt me, because sometimes things first hurt you before it actually help you, and then it actually heals you. If you're going through anything in your relationship right now and y'all are going through bad times, but when you sit back and you think about it and you can trust this person with your life, like you can close your eyes around this person, both of your eyes, and you can snore like a baby, and you know that you can get this person all your passwords and your bank account, or you can leave $1 million by your spouse and they wouldn't do anything crazy, because people love money too more than they love you. So if you know that you can wholeheartedly trust a person, and know that when I'm saying wholeheartedly, I'm exaggerating because no one can 100% trust somebody. But if you truly feel like you're with someone that has your best interest at heart and will never do anything to intentionally try to hurt you or harm you, I really want to challenge you to stay in your relationship, work on your relationship. Overly communicate. It's better to over communicate than to under communicate, and really come together and, have weekly meetings or monthly meetings or whatever to determine like how you all can come, like decide what you all need from each other and what you can give to each other. And I think it's a healthy standpoint to come from in your relationship if you're always trying to figure out what you can do to please the other person. If y'all are in like competition of seeing who can please the other person better, like whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, like whatever it is, however you know the person that you're with accepts love, if you try to love them to the best of your ability in that way, just do that. And I feel like that makes a relationship healthy because you're both trying to like please each other in a healthy sense, not like you're begging this person to accept you, but you're just making sure that they're in a good space mentally, physically, emotionally. And when you do that, I think that grows your relationship and make it stronger. But please do not go get it breaking up and getting in divorces and everything when you truly feel like you have someone you can trust, because it's very rare that you can just wholeheartedly trust someone, whether it's a woman or a man, because people are out here, people are bored, people are lost, people don't have morals and values and standards, and people don't believe in a lot of things these days. People are just selfish and they're just reckless and they're just moving with no intention and without thought and without care. And they feel like they don't owe you anything. And I think you should never be in a relationship with someone who don't feel like they don't owe you anything, because even if you separate from someone, you still owe someone something in a sense of respect. So if a person doesn't respect you and you can't truly trust them and they don't really love you, you're in a dead-end relationship and you may want to get out of that. But if you know in your heart, forget what everybody else saying. Don't listen to your family members and your friends and your haters and naysayers and the people that wish that they were in your position. If you are not being physically abused, or like you're not being cheated on, and you truly feel like you're with somebody that you can trust and that you can truly talk to, and y'all can get through things. Hold on to it. Whew. Good luck to everybody out there, whether single, dating, or married, because clearly it's not even safe in marriages anymore, y'all. We got to get back to honoring God and realizing that marriage is way bigger than us. It's a covenant, and we should take it serious. And we got to stop being selfish and truly just like uprooting and just turning other people's lives upside down, and just for the sake of our own happiness and our own satisfaction. It's just I get so frustrated, y'all. Honestly, I'm just talking from my heart right now, because I can go from this topic at different angles, because I'm such a considerate person when it comes to love and trust. And people in our society just lack the basics of truly caring for somebody. And one day, hopefully our society heals, y'all. And I wish the young lady that's going through that the best. And I just hope that she's able to, see her purpose in this pain. And I hope she has the strength to actually leave the marriage, because that's just terrible what he did to her. And you would expect that from an enemy. I wouldn't even wish that on an enemy, for someone to do that to them. And for someone that you confide in and sleep with every night, the last thing you're thinking is that they're going to give you disease or virus that changes your entire life, and that just basically in your mind can ruin you, like in a terrible way. Oh guys, it's a lot to unpack with that, and it's a lot I want to say, but I'm not saying, just because I don't know the stuff that I can say on YouTube or whatever. But I could talk about this particular topic forever. But let's go to our verse of the day. I know I didn't do a verse of the day yesterday, which was Sunday, January 11, 2026. And it was Ephesians 1:4. Ephesians 1:4 says, "For he chose us in him before the creation of the world to be holy and blameless in his sight." Amen, amen, amen. So what this is saying is basically God chose every person who would believe in him before he even created us. These words just basically tells us the wisdom and God's plan for our life. So we can rest assured in that. And today is Monday, January 12th, 2026. And today's word is, "My hand will sustain him. Surely my arm will strengthen him." Psalm 89:21. Which is just basically a promise of God's gracious presence with Christ as a man and mediator, which is his work of a communication of grace and strength from him to carry him. Now, this particular psalm is just telling us and confirming that God will empower his chosen king amidst challenges. So this was Ethan, the psalmist, just recounting God's steadfast promise and support bestowed upon David, emphasizing the covenant that promises victory over adversaries and enduring strength. So that is a good one as well, just knowing that God gives us strength even when we're weak. Whew, y'all. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. I'm just thinking about our topic for today, and sometimes I just be like, oh my God, I know I gotta trust somebody, but it's so hard to trust somebody. And then when you do give somebody your trust, they always seem to disappoint you some type of way and make you like regret giving the trust. But we have to trust somebody. And I don't want y'all to be scared to trust people, but definitely pray for discernment. Try to vet people to the best of your ability. It's only so much we can do, because people can be deceitful and people can just be evil and, just selfish. So make sure y'all are being very careful out here, whether you're dating, single, or married. Make sure you're going to the doctor regularly and doing what you need to do for your health. And y'all know I'll be back because I'll be talking. Peace.